Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the So She Slay Show. I'm Heather.
I am Chauncey, and today we have the most amazing guest. Basically, she's family. She's been with us forever. Her name is Shanberries, one of our great friends. Shan, please tell us who you are if they don't know you, which is ridiculous because they should know you.
Hey guys, so I'm Shan. I'm a local TV radio host and founder of Shades by Shan Cosmetics and the Mama Berries nonprofit foundation here in San Francisco. And I'm also a new mom. So I know we're going to be talking about a lot of mommy stuff that we could just go on the record with because I got a lot to say.
Yeah, and you're a new mommy too. I mean, baby Mateo is not that old. And so I
No.
kind of
Yeah.
want to jump right into it because there are some for real mommy myths out there. And I want to know Shan before Mateo and Shan after
Yeah,
Mateo.
like who is this new Shan?
Oh
Are you
my
the same Shan that
God.
we know for all this long? Are you different now? Who are you?
Who am I? I'm having an identity crisis. No. You know what? You guys know me from before. I don't think I've changed too much other than I have to care for another human being now. So I'm a lot more responsible and I don't drink as much.
I don't go out as much.
But yeah, I am the same fun person that I was before the baby. I do want to talk about a little bit of like, postpartum because
Yes.
moms don't talk about that, like postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety. Like I I suffered with it tremendously. But I didn't even really talk about it. I do have my social media channels, but I just didn't feel like I was ready to
Yeah.
discuss it and what I was feeling because I just started feeling like I wasn't doing a good job. Like my life is over. I was so delusional. You don't sleep. You're just you kind of do lose your identity in a sense. And everybody that talks about having babies, it's always like it's so beautiful and breastfeeding is the most beautiful thing on the planet. Like I was in pain for weeks, breastfeeding and people don't talk about that because it's always like, oh, all sun and sunflowers and rainbows, but it's a process where you have to kind of find yourself again. And then you have so many hormones that are just up and down and even my mom was like, I don't know who's crying more, you or the baby, because I would just ball out of control. Like Matt could look at me a certain way and I'm like, oh my god,
Oh,
I
so how long did you
Oh
suffer with postpartum? Like, if you don't mind us asking, like, and did
yeah.
you seek
um
help for it? Like, because that's a big deal.
it
no.
is,
And there's
yeah, I would.
before we get started too, because I know a lot of people think postpartum like, and they equate it to depression. Like it's postpartum depression. It's like
Mhm.
all one thing, but I there's a lot of different aspects of postpartum. It's an umbrella.
Yeah.
So just laying that
Mhm,
out
mhm.
there for people.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's like postpartum depression, there's postpartum anxiety, there's mommy
Yes.
guilt, there's, you postpartum with your body, like the body does like an incredible things when you're a mom. But I would say that I probably suffered with it for a good 2 months. And I would go on social media and I would go on my stories, but I just felt so guilty feeling this way because I was comparing myself to all these other moms on Instagram. Like, oh my God, they look so beautiful and glamorous and happy. And I'm over here, like, in my pajamas filled with barf on myself. And I'm just like losing my mind. And I felt sad because you kind of feel like, you're so depleted and you're so tired that you feel like your life is never going to go back to normal, and eventually it does. But I remember, and I kind of didn't want to admit it to myself, like, this, you're depressed. Let's set the record for people who don't know my story. I found out I was pregnant when I was 5 months pregnant.
Yes.
um, 5 months
And
Surprise!
the
yeah,
funny thing, you announced it. I
surprise.
was like, wait, what? You're pregnant? I texted, I was like, you're pregnant? I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
You're like,
that
it was
it
a
was.
surprise to me too.
yeah. So you didn't have like you didn't get to build
Surprise to
up for
everyone.
like the pregnancy. Like you're already deep in there 5 months, and then you also had your baby in COVID. So that can also add on the
Mhm.
stress and the guilt and depression because you were in the hospital just with Matt, your fiance. You weren't like with your
Yeah,
whole family. And by the way, Shan's family is amazing. Her mom and her sister are hilarious. So like I can't imagine them not being in the room with you. But like,
yeah.
yeah, so 5 months pregnant, Shan.
5 months pregnant. It was the most traumatic thing I've ever encountered in my life. So when I found out I was pregnant, I had gone to the doctor because I couldn't lose weight. I was like, what the hell, dude? I was trying to get Summer Bod 2020 ready. Like I was like, I'm about to be on this boat. I'm trying to look good, and I could not shed the weight. And it got to the point where Matt was like, well, you've kind of been on the same birth control for 10 years, like maybe it's not agreeing with your body, like go into and tell your doctor to try to
You have a
switch it
good
up.
Girl, you
man. You
were
have a good
on
man.
birth control
So
and your ass got
I
pregnant.
was
You
on
had
birth
the pill, the
control.
BC, and the BC betrayed you. Betrayed.
I
Yes,
I am
I got
I am
so
shook right now. I would be so pissed.
Stop it.
it was so scary. Like I should have been on that show, like didn't know I was pregnant or
Yes.
whatever. Yeah, so I went to the hospital, or I went to the doctor trying to change my birth controls. And then I also started noticing that I pee all the
Yes, you
time.
do.
Like I don't know if my
Yes, you do.
ladies out there, I literally was waking up like 5 times a night to pee. But I had that peeing problem kind of my whole adult life. So I just expressed this to the doctor. She was a nurse practitioner. And she didn't think to give me a pregnancy
Wait, so
test.
wait, she didn't think, hey, I'm not losing this weight. I'm peeing 20 minutes every second, and you're not gonna give me a
Yeah.
birth control. You're so funny. You're cute. You're cute.
Yeah. So yeah, and us women, like we'll go to the doctor for like a sore
Yes.
throat and they're like, okay, pee on the
Yes.
stool. Like, let's
Yeah.
just say
Every
you're not
time.
pregnant.
Every time.
Every time, right? Like they always give us a pregnancy test, but this time they didn't. So she instantly put me on another birth control and she sent me to a bladder specialist, right? So
Shan,
I
this
went to the
fucking
bladder
would happen to you. Of all
Shan, what
fucking people,
happens to
it
you? What
fucking would
happens?
happen to you.
Like, what happens? Like, how do you go to a
Oh
bladder? You're
man.
first of all, Shan is on the age of like 90, so I don't know why you're going to a bladder specialist at this age.
I I was put on Flomax, okay? Like that's some old men crap. Like what why am I on Flomax? Okay, sir?
Sir,
Um,
why?
so yeah,
Oh
so
man.
I did that. They put me on antibiotics for my bladder. He didn't give me a pregnancy test. So then that's like 2 months. I even went back to get on some different medication because it wasn't working, obviously. And then finally I started feeling like bloating down there, and I was like, I went to a baby shower. That's what it was. I went to Matt's cousin's baby shower, and I go, how did you find out you were pregnant, girl? And she was like, oh, well, I missed my period, and I took a pregnancy test. I'm like, well, shoot, that's the one thing I didn't do. Let me try to get off birth control real quick and see if I get my period. And I didn't get my period.
Oh.
And I took a test at home, and Matt was like, I think it says pregnant. I'm like,
You
what do
think
you mean you think it
because
says
read.
read, Matt?
I know you
Read.
can read. I know I was there.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. So then when that whole thing happened, and then I was hysterical. I'm like, I'm not ready to be a mom. Like, I'm just not like I was just,
A
I
lot.
went crazy. A lot.
Understandably.
Understandable. You were on bladder medication.
Yeah,
You had a lot going for you, girl.
I did. I did. So I ended up going to the doctor the next day, and they even said, "Oh, by the looks of you and like by your blood test, like it looks like you're about 4 to 8 weeks pregnant." I go, "Okay, cool. Like we caught it early." Da 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 da. Girl, when I went in for my ultrasound, the doctor, she said, I think she gasped. And I go, that is not a good
That is
sign. And
Really?
she goes,
not
Like, what you
okay.
mean? I'm like, what
yeah,
you mean? Please back that
yeah.
up. What you mean? Like, what's the gaps for?
Right. And she goes, oh, I think you're further along than we think you are. And I go, you think?
What kind of doctor are you
And
going to? Like, what is this?
Oh my god.
I was going to one of the best gynecologist office in San Francisco, because I got to say a lot of like people that I know go there.
Yes.
And yeah, so she was like, yeah, by the looks of it you are about 5 months pregnant, and your due date is January 1st, 2021. I go,
What?
What? So I've been through a
Yes,
lot this
because
past year.
last
Been through a
because I
lot.
remember you were in
I would
Tahoe, and I
have
remember that
been fucking
Instagram post.
speechless. Oh my god.
Couple months, a month later, hey, I'm pregnant. I was like, wait, what? You're in Tahoe? I was like, I just saw your Instagram in Tahoe. Like,
Oh my God, girl, I was turning up. I was out and I was like, is my baby
yes.
okay? And she's like, honey, like, don't even tell me what you did because quite frankly, I don't care because your baby looks
Oh,
perfectly
good,
healthy
good.
and normal and,
You were so blessed. Like,
whatever.
I'm sorry, no one gave you a pregnancy
That
test. Like,
is
who doesn't give you a
so
pregnancy
crazy.
test?
This baby wanted to come because he like there it just everything happened for it was I believe in
Yeah,
destiny
yeah.
and it was just, it worked the way it needed to.
I really want to go back and touch on these mommy myths that
Yes,
like,
please
Mhm.
break it
because
down,
you
Shan.
you even said yourself that like you were starting to compare yourself and that
Mommy
just led down
guilt.
this spiraling path. And I know that you're not
Mhm.
the only one out there that has
No,
gone
Yeah.
down there, that has been there, that tends to go back there. This
this is
mommy
Mhm.
it's a toxic
influencer
thing.
life and public life is like a freaking thing.
Just step number one, do not compare yourself to anyone because Instagram, like people be trifling on there. Like they be saying that it's they're going through, everything is so perfect, but you don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
Exactly.
And for me and Matt, actually, Matt is a super private person. So for him, he was like, I don't want you to pimp my baby out. I don't want you to post about him constantly. So for the first few months, I didn't share him, but people on my social media were like, aggressive,
Yeah.
like, you were so quick to talk about your pregnancy, and like, why aren't you showing him, sharing him with us
Yes.
now? And it's like,
Excuse
Yeah,
the
like
fuck out of
I
me.
come
saw
Who are
comments.
you?
No, I saw comments on your
you
page like,
know
"Where's your baby?" And I was like, first of all, like keyword, it's her
yeah,
baby. Said, "Where's your baby?"
soaking it in. I didn't have 9 months. I didn't plan 2 years to have a baby. Like it just happened. Like I'm trying to have this bonding experience with him on my own time. Like stranger. um so yeah, it was yeah. And so don't compare yourself to anyone else. What other mommy myths are there, you
Oh,
guys?
there's so
Well, we
many.
talked about like like postpartum and how much that is.
Yeah.
I mean, what are some things that
Hmm.
maybe you ran into that you were like, I had no clue that
Like,
this was a
was
freaking thing?
breastfeeding hard for you? Like, I know.
Oh my God. Let's talk about breastfeeding, okay? Because no one gets you ready for this, all right? Let me tell you, it is the most painful part. I don't care. Like my pregnancy, cool. Delivery, cool. Labor, cool. Like recovery with the coochie, cool. Breastfeeding was the most painful part, and it feels like because your tissue there, ladies, it gets torn. Like
Oh,
mine was torn. I went to
what do you mean by
lactation consult.
torn though?
Torn. Like it,
But what,
like it
Like
hurt. Like,
they suck on it so much that it gets raw,
oh
and there are like cuts in there on your nipples,
no.
and
the
they're feeding like 20 million times a day, and it's just like so raw and hurt, and it feels like when you get a cut
Yes.
and then you put lemon juice on it.
no.
Yeah, it feels like that.
Okay.
At least for me it did. So I went to lactation consultants, and they were just like, you just have to just keep doing it.
No.
And there was nothing like I learned. I used the lanolin cream. I use these silver nipple shields. Like I tried everything,
And it didn't.
and nothing worked. So but actually one of the nurses in when I was right after I gave birth told me, she goes, it's gonna hurt for 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay.
Give it 3 weeks, and then I swear to God, like on the third week, it was like pain
Oh,
free.
so having a baby,
Uh-huh.
Shan, do you ever feel
Yes.
like, I know I'll be like, my body has changed after having a baby, right? Did you like, how did you feel? Are you like on this hardcore like comeback season? Because honestly, first of all, Shan looks great. Okay, I'm like, do you even had a baby? Because like I saw her, like it was like her post for Cinco de Mayo, and I was like, oh, so you had a kid, really? Like really had a kid? But like seriously,
Honest,
like did your like people say your
listen,
hips get bigger? Everything just gets different.
Well, my boobs aren't the same, I'll tell you that much. They are droop central, girl, droop central. For me, as soon as I found out that I was pregnant, I was rubbing the bio oil all over my stomach.
Did
I
it
was a
work?
grease ball. I want to say it works because I don't have stretch marks. They say it's genetic, but I was like not scratching because they say scratching leads to
Oh,
stretch marks. I was putting bio oil all over my front, my back, my butt, like
really?
everything, girl.
Okay, good
So
to know. Good to know.
that, and then they say like the breastfeeding burns 500 calories a day.
Yeah.
So honestly, I haven't stepped foot in a gym or done my Peloton is collecting dust because I mean I don't like life is so unpredictable with these guys, like I don't know when he's gonna wake up from a nap. I'm gonna have to hop off with my shoe, like
Uh-huh.
I think maybe that's just an excuse because I don't want to
No,
ride
but
on
but
it.
having a baby, that is a workout within itself. Like,
Yes,
so, okay, also,
yes.
another myth, like Heather and I discussed in our last mommy talk that we had. Do you have a schedule for Mateo? Do you have like a sleep schedule? Like, are you the kind of parent who has to plan everything out? Are you just like, here to
Hell
go, here we are?
no. No. I think a lot of parents get like go crazy trying to create a schedule for their little ones. I was given the best advice was just follow his lead. Like he will create his schedule. He will he will end up sleeping through the night when he's ready to, and by 6 weeks he was already sleeping through the night cuz I was just feeding on demand. I think that's the biggest advice that someone gave me was feed on demand because he would cry and I'd be like, my mom was like, he's hungry again. I'm like, but it's been 10 minutes. Like
Like, what do you want from
I was
me?
like, I'm like, no, it's something else. And then, 5 minutes later, I'll be like, fine, I'll pull my boob out that's in pain and feed him. And I'm like, oh, because their stomachs are this big. And so they have to constantly eat,
Oh,
because they poop and pee every, 2 seconds. So just feeding on demand, like every time they cry, just like boob,
just
put them on
come
boob,
on, come
straight on
here.
boob. I swear that's been the answer. And yeah, at 6 weeks, he was pretty much sleeping through the night. So I got pretty lucky because I know some people that have babies and they don't sleep for like 6 months,
Oh,
So yeah,
jeez.
just follow their lead. They will create their own
His own little
schedule.
life.
I do have a
Yes.
question though too, because like you kind of mentioned that you felt like you, at least when you found out that you were pregnant, like my life is over. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, obviously your life is not over. You are still with us. Um,
Yeah.
but how are you kind of, dealing with that thought? Because I mean, even though your life isn't over, the life you did have is over.
Yeah. I see it as just a whole new chapter in my life. And it's just I had my fun in my 20s. Like I partied it up.
Good times.
I
Good times.
and I still have a good time. Like, they you can sorry guys, he's
It's
like
You're
okay.
fine. You're fine.
yeah, but I still have fun. I still will indulge and have a beer and
Good.
have some wine, and and you just have to still remember to have fun, and just know that once he gets older, it's not gonna get it might get harder a little bit, but it'll get funner. It'll
Yeah.
get funner. He'll start walking and laughing and running around. So it'll just get funner, and I have to keep telling myself that because yeah, sometimes like right now I'm like,
What do you want?
okay, I'm gonna lose it.
As a new mother who runs an
Yeah.
amazing makeup company, Shades by Shan, which I'm actually still have the lipstick I got from the holiday party. Yes, because it's
Hey.
really good. How are you managing it all? Because first of all, we met you when you were on the radio. We've met, like, we know you for like five,
Yeah,
6 years now, like
years.
years now. And now you
Yeah.
start your own makeup company, which we've discussed many times in this, like, so she slays. But now, how are you
Yeah.
managing it with as a mom?
If you have a business, take some time to focus on you and your baby. There is a reason why it's the law, or it should be the law, to have maternity leave,
Yes.
because that next week, girl, I was on our Monday meetings. I was like on FaceTime. I was like, what I need to be involved with everything.
No.
And it took a toll on me. Because I was going through postpartum. I didn't know how to say no because it is my baby, it's my brand, it has my name on it, and I didn't want my team to think I didn't care
Yes.
for some
Hmm.
reason. And so I was just saying yes to everything. I was like pushing myself, like even though I hadn't slept all night, I was like trying to create videos and do content and be on every single meeting. And finally, I just like I collapsed and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I need to take a step back and I need to focus on my son because I saw him and I was like, dude, he's growing right before my eyes and I'm not enjoying it because I'm so
Mm-hmm.
focused on my business. And and I had to say, okay, I'm going to take my maternity leave and I will be back when I feel like it
Exactly.
because and it's okay to say no sometimes. I think that we were just talking before this, you guys, like we're so
Mm-hmm.
workaholics and
Yes.
like we're just constantly
Go,
like
go, go.
trying to create and do as much as we can, but there comes a time where you need to take a back seat, and this he was my back seat, and now he's 4.5 months, and I had that time with him, and I'm having that time with him. I'm blessed that I can work from home. um but there, it came to a point where it was like, what am I doing? Like my business is
Yes.
secondary,
Mm-hmm.
right now because I have him and I don't want to blink and him be a teenager and be like, "Oh, well, wow, I just missed all those years because I needed to
Make a buck.
figure out the ombre of this box, of the shade." I'm like, no, my team, my sister and Juan can do all that stuff. And if they really need me, they can hit me up. So just know that if you do have a business or you want to start a business, like it's okay to just pump the brakes if you're a mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, yeah. He's like, yeah, of course. Like,
He
mom, thank
agrees.
you. So
Yeah.
when it comes to your company, has
Mhm.
Mateo changed the way you do or think about things in your company? Like, does it like affect how you make your products? Because some moms like are very like clean products only. I'm only using natural deodorant, which is nothing wrong with that. I personally tried it and I
Right.
know I can't. My body says
Oh
no.
no.
I just know I can't. I
Oh
smell.
my God, I'm like a sweat
Yes.
monster when I put that
I
stuff
was
on.
like,
I'm like,
ooh. One day I was like, that's me. That's me. So like, so like, yeah. Like, how is like Mateo changing your product, like the way you're thinking about your makeup brand, and your not just your makeup brand, but as a brand as Shanberries, because you are a brand.
yeah. I mean, I take him into consideration in everything that I do. Like even with our, people are like, when are you going to do your pop-ups again? I'm like, I don't have an answer
And
for
people
you
are
because
no
I can't be going out and hugging people and exposing
COVID.
myself and bringing them home and COVID. And so I have to say, no to that. And then we created a mommy and me bundle because, other mommies were like, oh my God. So I take them into consideration all the time. And even like today when I was meeting with you guys, this is, business as well. Like I had to call my mom and be like, hey, I'm going to need your help today. Cause like, and and I think that a lot of moms sometimes feel like guilty asking for help, and just knowing that it's okay and no one's going to say, "Oh yeah, you can't handle it," or "You're a bad mom" because of that. It's just, you have to ask for help, and knowing that it's okay to like go to family and friends when you need a little break or when you
Yes.
need a helping hand. So he has changed the way I function, and yeah, I'm creating reels and doing my content, and I'm bouncing with my foot over here like, oh, okay, I got to do eyeliner. Can you wait 5 seconds? You just kind of figure it out along the way when you have a baby.
I love how honest you are because people are like I can do it all.
My mental health, like I need to put on makeup every
Yeah.
day. That's just my thing. Like I need to take the 5-10 minutes, put on my Shades by Shan because that makes me feel alive.
Yes.
Even if I didn't sleep that night, like that makes me feel productive and good about myself, let me put my hair in a tight little bun with some hoops on,
Yes.
okay? Because that makes me feel sexy, and you have to take care of
So
yourself
mental
and
health.
remember that
Oh my gosh.
exactly.
Yes.
You are like, okay, so we just got done talking to another mommy friend and they said the same thing. And I, like, Chauncey and I were talking about like how beautiful it is that, like, our generation of moms, and I mean, I would like to say that like maybe the generations before, but I don't know if it was as popular thought as what it is now about
Yeah.
self-care, especially when it comes to being a mom, because I know a
Mental
lot of new
health.
moms are just like everything, baby, everything, me, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you're pushing that and we're talking to other moms and they're pushing that is such a
Mm-hmm.
big mindset shift.
Yeah, yeah, it is because you're caring for this person. This is your world. This is your everything. But like, you gotta look good. Like, my mom bought me lingerie for Mother's Day, and I'm like,
Mama.
As
that's
your
funny.
mom would.
Mama.
But you gotta take care of yourself and your man.
No,
That's your second
that,
baby
and
right there.
honestly, your moms never lie, because honestly, you guys, if you gotta hold it down, you gotta hold it down. But like, honestly, you need to feel good about yourself, because a lingerie might make me feel good that day. It might be,
Right?
but like you
I
said,
put it on and
I look
I
good.
still
I
got
still got that. I can still, I still look good. But no, like putting your makeup on, doing your hair in a tight bun with some hoops, like mental health is not
it.
being selfish to take care of yourself. Like if you don't have good mental
Mhm.
health for yourself, how you can be good for your baby, or your man, or your partner, or your family? Like how you can be good? Like, and I love that you brought that up, because
You,
people think, oh, my
yeah.
baby this. Okay, the baby's cute, baby's good, but what about me? Like I look a
Yeah.
rug muffin over here. I look
And hey, I mean, if that makes you feel good looking like a rug muffin, all power to you. But girl, I can't be looking like a rug muffin and having a rug muffin down
Yes,
there.
we can't have
I just got
both. Like,
Yes.
I gotta
gotta go one
split
or
it
the
up.
other.
Something's gotta
Okay?
give. How are you balancing right now? Because Mateo's still
By the
really,
grace
really
of
young.
God.
By the
By
grace of
the
God,
grace
Jesus.
of God.
Pray for
Yes.
me.
So
Pray
you
for
guys
me.
tell me, I'm like over here balancing him on my knee, and I'm like, oh my God, please do not cry, baby boy. Like, suck on the. This is the first time I've given him a pacifier. Okay, I had this right here just in case. I don't. He's never even had a pacifier, but
Honestly,
I'm
be
like, I'm
careful.
pulling this out of my butt
I was
right now
addicted
because
to those
I'm like
things.
on this ride with you. Yeah. So no, by the grace of God, you make it work. You make it work, and you figure it out. Like, we've you fake it till you make it. A lot of
Mm.
times some people are like, no, don't say that, don't say that. But that's kind of a lot of how my life has gone, to be
There is
honest.
nothing
Um,
wrong with the fake it till you make it situation
you
at
know,
all.
That's what we have all done here, and where we're here today.
you try to do the best you can, honestly,
Yeah.
with a good attitude. And hey, it's okay to lose it. Like, I cry at least once a week.
Good.
You know,
I love to cry. Oh, tears,
once a
tears.
week, tears streaming down my face, like ugly crying. And I'm like, Matt, why do you love me? I just, and you get over it, you cry it out, and you move on.
And I love
Ugh,
that, because
That's
that
all.
is
honesty,
such like great words of wisdom. Oh my gosh. So to wrap it up, definitely take Shan's words of wisdoms. Fake it
please
till you make it. Okay, cry once a week. It's all right.
talk about your
Work through those
feelings.
emotions. Talk about your feelings. Be a kind person
Be nice.
always.
Like, let's lift each other up instead of break each other down.
Well,
Preach.
on that note, let's wrap this up because that was amazing. And I don't
Oh,
think I could say anything better. So until next time, Slay Nation, we will see you later.
Bye.
yeah.